Good morning, evening, afternoon, everybody. This is ViscountKdub. Hope you're all present and accounted for because it's time for the 15th set in the Pokemon Trainer Gauntlet. Here comes the teacher team. Let's take a look at our roster before we get started. As you might expect, a teacher team is going to employ a serious strategy to win rather than using a singular type or a gimmick. As you can probably already tell, that strategy is going to include Baton Pass. Baton Pass is a move that switches out your Pokemon, but passes off any buffs or debuffs that have affected your Pokemon, minus any status impairments. Since the swap Pokemon receives all the boosts that it couldn't naturally get, it becomes really powerful for some. It breaks tier lists, which is why it's probably banned in later generations. On Molly's team, she has 3 Baton Passers and 3 Sweepers. My team also has 3 Baton Passers and 3 Sweepers, but they function a little differently. We might as well start with the least useful member of the teacher team, that is Lydian. You might recall from the Bug Catcher team Gauntlet how much I dreaded having this guy with me, and for good reason. He's terribly weak offensively, so I built him to be a defensive partner. Unfortunately, that limits his functionality. Oh sure, having dual screens is great for defending against any attack, but that high special defense is going to give him a turn to use agility and then pass it off to something else. Now that move combo wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have 2 other Pokemon that did the same thing, but better. I'm only obligated to use him because of a self-imposed Gauntlet rule. I have to use every one of the trainer's Pokemon at least once. But let me tell you, this obligatory Pokemon is a liability. Keep it off your serious teams. On the subject of Baton Passers, this is Marcel, my Apom. This little monkey is probably in the same league as Lydian, but his world's better because it can actually fight. It usually can survive a turn to pass off speed, but it can definitely attack with a stab-powered return, which is much stronger than what the stats might have you think. Lastly, we have Counter, which can be used to take on the bigger physical threats for serious damage or a lucky knockout. He will be holding a Bitter Berry in case his baton passing gets disrupted by confusion. With that being said, Marcel is still not the best baton passer on the team. No, that distinction goes to my Girafarig, Wally. Wally is the 3rd Pokemon on the team that can pass off speed, but he has one thing that the other baton passers don't: type coverage. And not just type coverage, good type coverage. Together with Earthquake and Thunder, that covers 7 types, and his balanced stats don't require him to have stab moves. Together with its speed that rivals Apom's and its awesome Psychic Normal typing, it's usually a great first pick to read a situation. In order to ensure nothing goes wrong, he will be carrying a Miracle Berry. Now you might be asking, why can't they pass something else off besides speed? Well, Double Team is banned in any kind of tournament, and the only other option is Defense Curl in most cases. Curse can also be considered, however I'd rather not run the gamut because it can get really risky. Besides, I have enough Sleep Talkers that can build themselves up on their own just fine. On to the powerhouses now. We have my shiny Montine, Eddie. Attacking obviously is not his primary function. He is meant to disrupt other teams so they cannot counterattack. When he's not fighting electric types, he can do this job brilliantly. His amazing special defense ensures his survival, and his moves can ruin anybody's day. It's nice to be able to utilize a Pokemon with Confuse Ray to disrupt the opponent for once. And while they're hitting themselves, Eddie can lay on the Toxic to keep the pressure on. Lastly, Haze can be used to counter buffing strategies, such as Baton Passing. Speaking of which, if Eddie doesn't receive the speed he needs to function in battle, he'll be chillin' with the Quick Claw. This is my Alakazam, Alakazam. Having 171 speed, he does not need a Quick Claw, nor does he need any agilities Baton Pass to him. His special attack is off the freaking Poke Charts. He's like a mini Mewtwo that can outspeed and outpower any threat that comes his way. A Paralysis Cure Berry ensures he doesn't lose his amazing speed, and Recover and Reflect ensure he stays in the game longer. Honestly, being so self-sufficient, he hardly needs his teammates and can sweep almost every time. And if you thought Molly stopped at Alakazam, no, she gets a Dragonite. This pseudo-legendary Pokemon has above-average stats all around, including the highest attack stat I've ever seen entered into the Pokecup. Let me tell you, that 5-level advantage is very prominent and makes him very strong. It's like going up against a bullet train every time. As a powerhouse, I gave him the works: Body Slam, Fire Blast, Thunder, and Blizzard. They're certainly not the most accurate moves, but when they hit, they get the job done. I can safely use him in any battle that doesn't involve ice, and he can still take advantage of any baton passer's speed. Now that we've met the class, let's see what they're made of. Bug Catcher is up first. And he probably should have enrolled somewhere else because this teacher totally outclasses him. That's funny. No, seriously. I mean, I do not miss that team at all. I'm finally glad we got something good to work with.
Let's get started. Pokemon Tournament Pokeball, where here's the battle between Pokemon with a total level of 100.
So here's that mini Mewtwo I was talking about, my Alakazam. I couldn't find a nickname for him. I just couldn't find anything. No, his Psychic is just too strong. I didn't even need these critical hits, man. I tell you, I get so many in this first round. And it's usually just the Poke Cup Pokeball round. It's not the Great Ball or beyond. If I do, it's very lucky. Here comes another Psychic. And another critical hit. What am I telling? Even if these guys didn't have a weakness to Psychic moves, they would fall.
It's down to the last Pokemon now. The number of remaining Pokemon is 3-1.
Quickest battle?
Will this do it?
Oh, poor Weedle. Hey, you weren't critical, so you got that going.
There are no more remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
And Bug Catcher Nelson bites the dust. Look at the teams. I mean, jeez. Alakazam, Dragonite, and Montine versus beginner bugs. Well, if you thought his team was bad, here comes Bruce's. It's much of the same, but with beginner water types. Alakazam could easily sweep a Thunder Punch. But I feel like showing off my Dragonite Hansel. And funny thing about my Dragonite, his name's Hansel, and my Tyranitar is named Derek. Yes, from Zoolander. I thought it was kind of neat. It kind of worked. That's great. We got another critical hit, a Thunder hit, and we didn't have to worry about Seal using an Ice move. That's really the only risk of using Hansel in this battle. Even Stario doesn't have an answer. I ought to let it use Rain Dance, honestly. This Body Slam, it has like 200 power. That's almost as strong as like a Hyper Beam.
This is the last Pokemon. The number of remaining Pokemon is 3-1.
I'm just using Body Slam because I want to hit. Oh, poor Goldeen got paralyzed. Not Waterfall. Oh, yeah, and until his leftovers, too. He's in it for the long run. Boom. Doo-doo. I feel like it's so interesting how they use the same cries in the Pokemon games, but then they made them sound realistic and different, even when they're literally the same. Like Caterpies is the same thing as Goldeen, and yet they sound different in, you know, the 3D world. Okay, anyway. Just because it's a teacher team doesn't mean we have to learn. Hikers still haven't learned anything. Finally, we can use a water type. This is Eddie. He can just surf everything away. If he goes first, this Graveler does have Explosion, or Self-Destruct, which he doesn't go for. He has a Quick Claw too. So do we. Yeah, Shiny Montine is like green and light blue. It's not really a dynamic change.
Oh, it's rival.
Another rock round. Boring.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 2.
So he's named Eddie because of the term for whirlpools in like rapids.
Wow, it brings it back.
Fun tidbits.
Is there any way of stopping this incredible Pokemon force? Oh, it's a rock. It's down to the last Pokemon now. The number of remaining
Now this
Pokemon
Machop
is
does
3 to
use
1.
focus energy, but I mean he'll never get another turn, ever.
Savage. It hung on by the skin of its teeth.
1 HP. Jeez.
It's getting primed for action.
It's too bad there's no confusion critical hits.
One more.
I think everybody would become twice as frustrated by confusion then.
The last Pokemon
But it would be
goes
funny
down.
if you do double the damage to yourself. Imagine the swagger teams. Alright, Hiker Chester's done. First 3 battles are done. No threats at all. I don't even need the baton passers here. Everything has enough speed to take on the beginner Pokemon. What I don't have is a ground type to absorb all the electric attacks. But I do have a counter for those electric types, and that would be Wally. He knows Earthquake. Earthquake can pummel 5/6 of that team. The only threat would be Porygon if he chooses to use it.
To a fever pitch. This is round 4.
So there's Wally. He might be able to outspeed him too. Yep.
Hang on, Earthquake. Oh, what's that?
Another critical hit. It's like 4 in this run.
This has turned into a secret battle right off the bat. Oh, with Porygon.
Okay, so that's kind of what I was kind of fearful of.
Pokemon is 3 to 2.
So I'm like, what do I do? Do I just battle it? I'm just going to use agility just in case.
Ah, it raised his agility. Look at that swagger. Oh, its confusion made
So
it tougher.
this is kind of
It
neat.
used the Miracle
He
Berry
used
on it.
Swagger. I used the Miracle
They're
Berry.
both heading tough.
I can baton pass to Marcel, who has a Bitter Berry. I didn't pack him, of course.
Great hit.
But if I'm ever in this situation where there's Swagger happening, I can just pass something off.
Confusion made it tougher.
They'll get hit with a new Swagger, and then they won't be confused anymore with 4 attack boosts. We get by the confusion all right.
Oh,
We're at 4 stages up now.
this has turned into a one-sided battle. Oh, it's Poppy. This is the last Pokemon.
Yeah, we just got to get by confusion. We're good.
The battle is unfolding.
We didn't even need the agility.
It's utterly confused.
Ouch.
It used Thunder Wave. It's gripped by paralysis.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Marks the flight from home competitor. It's gripped by paralysis.
We have enough speed. That's funny.
There's the shot.
Flaffy's special attack is no joke. Since I'm going first, I can risk it. And I don't know why I use Baton Pass.
Other Pokemon take over the battle.
I really don't. I really should just gone with Earthquake.
Oh, it's Dragonite.
But I kind of wanted to show half Hansel a little bit more.
What do we do?
Just because now he's got 4 stages up with attack.
HP with some leftovers.
And he's got the agility too.
A sharp attack.
Oh man.
The age of death.
I like to pretend it's that scene from Pokemon the first movie where Dragonite is just like swooping by and like ruining Team Rocket's day. Like that's its body slam. It's too bad we never got to see that one in battle. Mewtwo had a Dragonite at his disposal. He didn't use them. Alright, on to Battle 5, the Beauty Team. Now, normally, this team gives us a lot of trouble, given the Miltank. But now, not so much. I have 2 Pokemon that can outspeed her comfortably. And I can definitely use Baton Pass if I really need to, but my main strategy right now is just to power through. Normal Pokemon just tend to be, just tend to have high HP, that's all. Except for Miltank, where it's just awesome all around.
Well, get ready to go. Vicious attack.
We're just gonna go right in and hope for not going to be attracted. I don't know what Alakazam is supposed to be, like what animal? Like a tapir or something? No? I don't know. We got past it. The cow is fainted. And that's the hard part, really. Now, this Corsola likes to use Mirror Coat, so I can set up on it.
It's better protected against physical attack. Mirror Coat. Oh, that's a miss. The heated action continues.
I could switch to Marcel, increase our speed.
The trainer switching Pokemon.
But I don't need to. All I gotta use is one Thunder, and it'll knock out Corsola. I didn't want to take the chance with the Thunder Punch. It is very good, but no, Thunder's better.
Whoa, KO'd by one hit. There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Gauntlet. It's down to the last Pokemon.
Okay, I could end this in two ways.
Pokemon is 3-1.
Fire Blast is the more apropos. Now, I don't like watching Hansel or Charizard's Fire Blast animation because it always looks like they're looking side to side when they do it, and I don't know, I feel like it misses more with them. I don't know, it just gets stigma. Stigmata, if you will. 5 battles down. Here we go, on to battle 6. Burglar Jensen. You have to teach him not to steal. Stealing is wrong. Alakazam might struggle in the Ultra Ball against the Houndoom, but we have Eddie to worry about any fire or ground types. We finally have an answer for Gligar, who completely walls Wally. Ironic, given Wally's great type coverage. So if we see him, we'll definitely have to switch out. Now, he could show up, and the Earthquake could miss. But I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, decent damage. He only gets time for one move. And that would be Thief, which happens to be Dark type, and I happen to be Psychic. That's okay. We're just missing our Miracle Berry. That's no big deal. Burglars don't really go for status. What this Persian goes for is flinches. So now would be a great time to raise agility.
It raised its agility.
Now either I Baton Pass or I battle. And I'm gonna battle with Thunder. About half, pretty good. We can survive one more bite with as long as it doesn't critical hit. I don't know why I chanced Thunder twice, but it hit twice. And Persian's down. We will now outspeed any threat. Ah, there's Gligar. Time for baton pass.
Use baton pass. It's passing the baton to another Pokemon.
We'll pass it right over to Eddie.
Oh, it's on time. What's that? That did little damage.
Even Eddie's defense is pretty good. Nowhere near its special defense level, but
Ride that circle.
yeah, it's pretty good.
That settles this battle.
Rotten typing, though.
And there goes
Same with Gyarados. Alright, on to Border Claude. Gonna school him on ice moves. No, I don't have any ice moves. Well, I got Blizzard. We gotta be careful about the Sneasel, though. It's speedy, and it knows dark moves.
Let the semifinals begin. Fight that numerous battles, the remaining Pokemon still won't ready for more.
So I'm going to show you what happens when I use Lydian in a battle. He's in a tournament or at a tournament level that he's really not suited for.
We open again.
Again, he has good special defense. I'll give him that. So we're going to raise our status, outspeed the Sneasel,
It increased its agility. They're both hanging tough.
maybe screen. Yep, we're going to light screen.
It's better protected against special attacks.
He's going to reduce my speed.
Appears to be impervious to damage. Oh, its speed is down.
So we're only one stage up. We're going to change that to 3.
Ah, it raised its agility. 1 and 2. Nails on each spot.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no. He's just a sitting duck. We're gonna baton pass, and actually this is an opportune chance to just switch out to whatever we can take on. Okay, so it's Tauros.
Use baton pass. Other Pokemon take over the battle.
So Wally or Alakazam? I believe Alakazam would be the better choice with Psychicking.
Oh, it's the referee.
But I guess I went with Wally.
A hot battle is unfolding.
Okay, I'm trying Thunder here, because his special's pretty good. And it misses. Uh-oh.
What's this? That did little damage.
It's doing about 50.
Sparks are flying from both
Can't really keep that up. Thunder 2 also misses. I can only survive one more.
Light streams effect wore off. It's a fierce battle.
Thunder 3.
A sharp attack.
Hey, we got paralysis off, and it did over half. That,
Its direct
oh,
phase
no.
is using a held
Oh, well.
ice. What's that? That's it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to baton pass again. Unless Thunder hits.
Here comes Thunder.
Does.
Thunder.
Well, that was just incredibly lucky.
So, what will be the next Pokemon? Oh, it's Vaporeon. Oh, it weak.
Okay.
Now is the time to attack.
Well, I can use Thunder again.
The difference between the two combatants. A fierce attack. Oh, that's
And it, of course, it misses.
It's right. Yes, it's a hit. Oh, and down it goes.
Alright, so Wally's dead. We're gonna have to switch back to Lydian, who has to set up all over again. He doesn't need the agility, though. We just need a screen.
Two Pokemon remain on each side.
In fact, he could probably double screen with the time he has.
It's better protected against special attacks. There's the attack. Whoops, that missed.
Lucky, lucky.
The heated action continues.
We're trying to set up for Alakazam, who has to go through Vaporeon,
What's this?
as well as
A light hit.
Sneasel.
Sparks are flying from both competitors. The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball.
I don't need to baton pass, I can just switch them out.
How's that? That did little damage.
That's gonna destroy our speed.
The stat changer succeeded. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle?
But hey, we're still going first.
There's the attack. That's right home.
Yeah, see, Thunder Punch is strong, but it's not that great.
Vicious attack. Too naturally.
But these screens are helping majorly.
The white hot battle continues. A sharp attack. Bullseye. There it goes. Here's the impervious
Glad
attack.
we're not getting special defense drops.
Oh, special defense
Okay,
attack.
speaking of the devil.
The light screen's effect wore off. A hot battle is unfolding. It restored its HP.
I'm gonna get whatever HP I can get back,
There's the attack.
and that's doing way too much.
Reflex appears to have worn off. It's a fierce battle. The trainer is switching Pokemon.
So I have to switch out.
The Pokemon opens to reveal its Pokemon.
At this
The
rate,
opponent is weak. What's
things
its
are looking
opportunity?
kinda grim.
What's this? A light hit. How will this newly switched out Pokemon
So
fare?
which screen to use? Light screen or reflect? Yeah, I opted for reflect.
It's better protected against physical attack. A gust of icy wind. That's it. Oh, it has no strength left.
Yeah, Lydian. No.
Just one
It's just a
Pokemon
terrible
remains.
Pokemon. It's helping,
This Pokemon
but
is enjoying the battle. It's down to the last Pokemon
Alakazam has a long road ahead.
One Pokemon faces two now.
And this is the Pokeball round. It shouldn't be this difficult. But I'm kind of glad it was. You know, this is a semi-final battle. It really should make you think a bit.
Excitement is building from this heated battle. There, wonderful.
Okay,
Nice.
Vaporeon said he gotta worry about a fully powered Sneasel. And really, Sneasel's not that
Pokemon
powerful.
left for battle.
All I can wear it down with is Thunder Punch.
This is the last Pokemon. The white hot battle continues. A furious attack. Hit, that was good.
Now, if it used like Icy Wind or something, or Shadow Ball and kept using that, it might have had a chance. But there I keep going with Thunder Punch. I'm like, oh, you're just gonna keep using Ice Punches? See, that's what I thought he was gonna use.
Reflex appears to have worn off. The heated action continues.
Even with Slash, like, it can get by Reflect.
Will it do it? Out of there.
But miraculously, we won.
The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
That was our toughest student yet. But he does have a good team. It is pretty strong. We've used it before. Alright, on to the Psychic Battle. We don't have a ground Pokemon for that Raichu, so we're just gonna try outspeed it with Alakazam. Wally can take it. That Smeargle's no threat at all. And don't worry, for the rest of the run, spoilers.
Final battle.
I'm not gonna use Lydian.
The champion's throw.
He's done his one use. I am gonna use Marcel though. Start things off. This won't be often.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon.
Okay, that's kind of good and kind of bad.
Oh, it's the baby.
Okay, Clefable is a special user.
Agility.
Thunder Punch or Ice Punch. You can't use Shadow Ball against me.
What was this?
So that's a return from Marcel. It's actually pretty good damage.
A light hit. They're both hanging tough. What's this? That's it! What's that? The hit lands right off.
Good thing she's not using Attract.
Patrick is building from his heated battle. Here's the return.
And there goes Marcel.
The hit. There it is. Knockout. The next Pokemon needs to be prepared.
I think he's got this, really.
Oh, it's Gauntlet.
Yeah, if it's a Growlithe and a Natu, I think he's got it.
Line for both competitors. There's the attack. Hit that
No
one.
lucky crit?
Outside. Yes, it's a hit.
Oh boy, maybe not.
It's a fierce battle.
Growlithe doesn't have extreme speed yet.
That's it. Oh, it's so fast.
Poor puppy.
Just one Pokemon remains. This Pokemon is back for another go. This is the last Pokemon.
Alright, let's take down Natu.
Into the back. A
Whoa,
heavy hit.
and it's going for confusion.
It's become confused.
But I've got a Bitter Berry all set, so
Held item to restore HP.
Marcel's gonna sweep.
Battle is unfolding. There's the shot. That's the kick of damage.
You know what, just for that,
There are no more remaining
he's the poster
Pokemon.
child for this cup.
Congratulations! The champion has been decided!
Good job, Marcel. He's not named after anything. I just liked it. Alright, teachers conquered Pokeball. And why would it be otherwise when you're battling a teacher of Pokemon? Molly's team has a strategy and the members to carry it out, minus Lydia. Obviously, we didn't need a lot of baton passing early on, but that is going to change as we head up the Battle Cup tree. Be prepared because school is in next time in the Great Ball round. As always, please like and subscribe for more video game content, and tell me what you think of this team. By using the power inside, anybody can be a master. I am ViscountKdub. Thank you for watching.